day is finally here, you guys. The day is finally here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bex, B-E-X. This week's video is finally me vlogging finals week. I'm ready. I'm excited. The nerves definitely started to kick in a little bit more last night, and then they were on like full force this morning. But even though my nerves kind of like elevated this morning, I'm not super like anxious. I don't want to say that I'm anxious. I'm just like, okay, it's like my body obviously is like understanding that something is about to happen. It's about to go down. That being said, I knew like in order to calm my nerves down, I just needed to get some good coffee. I needed to get myself a little reward for afterwards. And since I'm not drinking right now until finals are, well, let's just say not till Thanksgiving. I don't want to drink right now because I still have an exam on Monday. I got myself this little vegan pastry thing from the coffee shop where I got my coffee at. And I'm just going to be over there looking over my notes, drinking some coffee, letting myself naturally just kind of wake back up and be ready, and not really force myself to like, I'm not gonna try and necessarily like quiz myself or anything like that. I'm just gonna be looking over my notes, kind of reading through some things that I've been really highlighting and trying to stress. And really it's just to make my mind feel better. It's a mental game, right? It's just making sure that you do whatever you have to do, whatever superstitious things you do, your rituals, just making sure you do all of those things so that mentally you feel like you're going into the test or whatever it is that you're about to do prepared. So that's what we're gonna do. I got some coffee from my favorite coffee place, and normally I would just drink coffee here at my house, but on like a test day, I needed to have good coffee. Like if I didn't have good coffee, I was so like, I just was like, okay, this whole day is just gonna go to poo-poo. So I always have to have good coffee, so I just went to this place because I was like, hands down, I know I'll get a good cup of coffee or iced coffee. And I'll probably just keep that honestly so I can sip it throughout the exam, because I don't think I'll find myself being hungry during the exam. I don't usually, like, for example, for the LSAT, I wasn't like, ooh, I'm starving right now. But I did buy this vegan zucchini walnut bread because I thought that that would taste good. Or it would just be nice to have something. Ooh, that's a dense bad boy. Oh my gosh. What? So since I don't want to really eat anything big before the exam, I'm just gonna make a smoothie because that's quick and easy and I can just sip on it. And then if I'm getting like super hungry, like if I do find myself get hungry, I'll just make some toast. I honestly might not even drink it, but I'm just like kind of paranoid low-key. I want to make sure that I have nutrients in my body. Oh my gosh, I don't even have that much of a banana. Well, you guys, I just finished my first law school exam. You know, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted after my midterm for torts. I posted how just like crazy stressful it was to just sit there for an hour and just like literally just type it all out. You literally feel like a madman when you're just like literally just head down, just putting everything out on the freaking computer. And it still felt that same way. It did not feel any different this time. It felt just the same. I don't feel like time necessarily escaped me. I answered all the questions. It was 30 multiple choice questions and 2 essays. The professor, at least for this class, gave us, I'm like literally breathing hard because my heart is like still, I don't even know. Anyways, the professor gave us an allotment of time for each section. So he was like, I would suggest an hour for your multiple choice, an hour for the first essay, and an hour and a half for the last essay. There was 4.5 hours, or not 4.5, it was a 4-hour exam, and he allotted he basically said it would take 3.5 hours for us to finish this exam, or that's what he expected. But obviously we had the full 4 hours to take it, and I used the full 4 hours, trust me. Multiple choice honestly went smoothly because I kept myself to that time limit, and I know I have this, I tend to really struggle with multiple choice questions because I don't trust my gut, I don't trust my intuition, so I'm always like kind of, if I go straight to an answer that I think I know, I immediately second guess myself if I went to the answer too quickly. But this time I told myself, like, the multiple choice is not where I want to waste any time, because I want all that time to go into making sure I write the best essays that I possibly can. So I told myself you have to stick to that hour time limit, 2 minutes per question. Like I said, there was 30 multiple choice questions, and I made it within that time limit. It was just the essays that dragged on a little longer than I kind of hoped. Because again, like I said, there was that extra 30 minutes at the end, which you would hope you could use to just be at peace and kind of go through all your multiple choice questions and make sure you answered them all, and then go through your essays and make sure the word count is right, blah, 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 blah. That's not how it went. I basically used the last 2.5 hours or the last 2 hours, no, last 3 hours, right? An hour multiple choice. I basically used the last 3 hours to write both of my exams, and most of that time was used on the last essay. As you can tell, my brain's a little slow right now, so if I fumble over my words, please do not make fun of me, okay? I'm traumatized. It was not horrible, and I felt like I understood what was being asked most of the time, right? I felt like I understood the questions, I felt like I understood the facts, and I kind of knew where to apply them. And a lot of it is really just, can you make the argument, right? So it's like, either way you go, did you make the argument for it? So you don't have to necessarily worry like, oh, was I right, was I wrong? But you do have to think about, okay, did I make the proper argument? Like, did I use all the facts I could have used? Prompts are filled with a lot of facts. So that's really where kind of some of that anxiety comes in, where you're not sure, like, especially if you don't have enough time, or if you feel that you don't have enough time, you're running low on time or whatever, you don't necessarily have the opportunity to go back and check and make sure, did I hit all the points I wanted to hit in terms of bringing in all of the facts from the prompt. I do still kind of wish I had a little bit more time at the end. However, what's done is done. It's above me now. I can't fight anybody about it. I can't fight myself about it. I cannot fight the professor about it. All I can do is wait until January to get my grade back and pray that it's a passing. It's okay though. I did what I had to do, answered all the questions, gave it my best shot, and now I have to kind of move forward. And moving forward today is going to be me taking a little nap, I think, because I'm feeling a little weird. So I'm either gonna take a nap and then go for a walk, or go for a walk and then come home and take a nap. I haven't really decided which sequence of events yet. And the rest of the night is really just going to be relaxing so I can be rejuvenated for Saturday and Sunday to study for my next exam that's going to be on Monday. And that's about it, guys. I will keep you guys in the loop this weekend and again on Monday, but that's pretty much it. So, hey, it's been a minute. Still me here, still Bex. I might not have as many nails as I had in the earlier videos, but I'm still here. So I have some explaining to do, right? So I think I explained to you guys, if you follow me on my Instagram, which if you don't, make sure you do, BexNotBex_. And I explained to you guys that, well, my finals got pushed back. So when you saw me last time, I was gonna have that Civ Pro exam that day, and then I had my leg reg exam on that Monday following. Then I had a whole week and a half of a break until today, which is gonna be my torts exam. And then my last exam will be contracts 2 days from now on Friday. So I've just had a lot of in-between time where I really did not want to film. It was also the holidays, and so I spent Thanksgiving here, and it actually was kind of nice. It wasn't terrible. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, which you should know about me. I love Thanksgiving, and it's literally not even because of the food. It just, the vibes that people get on Christmas are the vibes that I get on Thanksgiving. Like, I just love, you know, everybody coming together. There's no incentive of like gifts and presents and stuff like that. It's literally just us in the living room, looking cute or whatever, vibing, and just enjoying some good food, but mostly just being around family. And I just miss, like, you know, everyone being at the big table, being with my grandparents. It was really difficult for me to make that decision to stay in Atlanta instead of going back home for the break, but I was gonna drive, and it was gonna be too long of a drive for me to go there and back before exams start back up again, and then kind of waste essentially 2 days where I could have been studying. But that's also the funny part, is that I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say that every single day has been like since my last exams has just been like study, study, study every minute of every waking minute. It hasn't been like that. And I'll explain to you guys probably a little bit more in a separate video, just to kind of like recap my whole finals, law school, first semester experience. But it wasn't like that where I was just spending every second studying. I would wake up a little bit later than I was waking up before, because I was waking up earlier because for my first 2 exams, they were at 10 a.m. So I wanted to be up at least 2 hours before, getting myself ready. Like, I wanted to be kind of awake and good to go at like 8 o'clock. So I would wake up around 6:30, 7, so that I could get my coffee and kind of situate myself and ease into the morning, and then kind of just briefly just like do a quick little just reviewing of my notes before the exam. So I would wake up earlier for those exams. Now my exams for torts and contracts this week are going to be at noon. So right now it's about 9 something, and I've got my coffee and everything, and so I wanted to just be making sure that I was up and ready at 10, and, you know, take those 2 hours before the exam to just briefly go over my notes, just make sure I feel good, use the bathroom. Okay, let's be real here, use the bathroom, and just kind of, you know, just be in the right mindset before noon. I didn't want to wake up at 11 and then all of a sudden just be like running around before the exam. That being said, in between, it was really weird because it was a lot of time, and I really forgot that, like, I did a lot of reviewing also for these classes before even my Civ Pro final. So I was ready to take these exams like 2 weeks ago, basically, or at least last week, when I would have been done. And that's not to say that I couldn't have used more studying time. I think we could always all use more studying time, but I will say that I was forgetting that I had put in the work weeks prior to this, studying for these exams, taking practice tests, you know, going through my outlines and all of that. So I was really psyching myself out for a second, where I was like, okay, why am I slowing down? Like, it feels like the momentum I had earlier was not as strong in the past week, especially like around the holidays. And I just realized that a lot of it was because I have done a lot of the work. Like, I had to remind myself that I was ready to take this exam 2 weeks ago. So I was preparing myself for 4 exams over the span of, you know, a couple of weeks after Halloween. So, you know, I had to just kind of like bring myself back and say it's okay for things to just slow down a little bit, bring a little bit more balance into my life, and I don't have to wake up as early. So I was able to kind of start waking up at like 9, 10 o'clock some days, and that was really nice, just to get a little bit more of a sleep in that I hadn't been able to experience all semester long. And my days were ending a little bit later, but that was okay because I was still kind of just preparing myself to wake up later. So that wasn't really a problem. I feel like I've been getting enough rest. And yeah, and then and the studying didn't have to be super intense. I could just slowly just keep reinforcing these ideas, making sure I've got it all down, and, you know, whatever I needed to do just to feel confident coming into this exam today. So I feel pretty good. I will say that I'm really ready for these exams to be over with, but I'm just glad that today is here. I'm glad that I'm glad I'm going to be taking this exam, and I'm excited to read the prompt and just see what these essays are going to be like. This exam is going to have, I believe, 30 multiple choice questions and 2 essays in the span of 4 hours. So I'm going to have a good amount of time to take this test. It's I mean, it's kind of crazy to think like it's really about to be done in just like what, today and then 2 more days after. So really in 3 days I'm gonna be like done with this first semester. And it sounds so funny because like I still have more semesters to go, but something about just being able to get this first one out of the way, the amount of pressure people put on this first semester is just wild. So I'm just so excited to finally just say like I conquered my first semester of 1L, and I think that that experience is going to just take me, you know, even further to be able to feel much more confident going into the rest of my law school career. So super happy about that right now, guys. Yeah, I can't even stop smiling just thinking about being done on Friday. Like, it gives me such a happy feeling. But I know I have to like stay here and stay focused in this moment, so I'm just gonna use that as just like a little motivation to kind of get me through today. And just gonna do my best. Like, that's literally my approach on all of these. I'm just going to do my absolute best, and my best is all I can do. So for the rest of this morning, it's probably around like 9:15 now. I don't even have my watch on, but for the rest of this morning, I'm just gonna be drinking this coffee, just kind of getting myself, you know, in a good mindset. I'm probably just gonna first, every time like I wake up, I kind of just ease myself into the day. Like, I don't even want to think about school. I'll start just like watching YouTube videos or something. Like, I don't even know. So I'm gonna ease myself into the day, and then I'm gonna start reviewing just a little bit, going through my outline, just kind of looking things over so that my brain is in torts mindset. In torts. And then that exam's gonna start at 12, and I'll just update you guys afterwards. Hopefully I won't be as brain dead as I felt after my Civ Pro final. I haven't even watched that video yet, but I'm sure I look crazy, and I probably sound crazy because it really took a lot out of me. Hopefully we will have a better response to this exam than we did 2 weeks ago. Hello. I feel like I keep coming back to this camera and being like, I have some explaining to do. I don't actually have some explaining to do this time. It's been a long month. All right, November has been quite the month, and now it's still finals and it's December. I'm not complaining because I had more time to study. I had more time to just get my life and really make sure that I felt as prepared as I could be for these exams. So I'm definitely not upset about the extra time. However, I will say that it has really just been dragging. It's just felt like one long dream. Like I've just been constantly living the same days. It feels like Groundhog Day. The end is here, y'all. The end is finally here. And I'm about to take my contracts exam, my last first semester exam, and I'm so happy. I am trying to like contain my excitement so that I can make sure I'm actually staying focused during the exam and not just thinking about like how good it's gonna feel when I'm done, which I think is like a good, obviously a good motivating thing. Like you should always, you know, always find something that motivates you and keeps you going. But I know that when I get a little too excited, I'm still like a kid. When I get a little too excited, I'll just rush through things, or I will, you know, like I won't read the question properly, or I won't review my answer because I'll just want to submit it and just get it done with. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can be excited for the end, but also really make sure that I'm still staying as focused as possible for the full 4 hours of the exam. So right now it's 9:30, and pretty much like I did before my torts exam, as you saw in the past clip, I am just going to sort of ease into things. I got my coffee. Look at my nails, guys. Look at my nails. Oh my gosh, I look crazy. I have one nail on this hand and one nail on my other hand. My hair is looking just wild. Everything except for my eyebrows looks crazy right now, and I know it's just part of the process, so I just have to be like okay with it, but I'm really tired of looking as homely as I've been looking lately. I am going to study until, not study, but just like review my notes like I kind of did last time. And usually what I'll do is just kind of like put on some music, kind of just read through my stuff. I have stuff written on the board here, as you've seen before. So I will write stuff on my board because we're allowed to have our notes out. And so I bought this board knowing that I would be able to have notes for my exams, but also mainly just as a study tool to write everything out and then be able to kind of just keep staring at it throughout the week. So I wrote this out, and hopefully that'll help me just feel a little bit more comfortable in the exam. I will say I've done this for every single exam so far, and I don't know if it actually is going to help, right? Because I don't know if it's going to mean that, like, for example, all this stuff I'm doing, I feel like it's been helping me at least learn the material better and quicker, but I don't know if it's actually going to be helpful. Like, I don't know if it's going to actually be what gets me a good grade. So I can't comment on that right now. All I can say is that it's made me feel more comfortable and prepared going to the exam, knowing that, sorry y'all, knowing that I have this on the board, that I can just like, it's like a quick, just at the, like the bare bones of, the bare framework of contracts or whatever other subject I was studying at the time. So anyways, y'all, this exam is over at 4. I'm gonna give it all I've got. Everything that I have left in this brain, all the brain cells that I have left are going out and onto that computer, and I just hope that I have the opportunity to really show everything that I've learned, and I'm so excited to be done. So yes, I'm going to just do a little bit of review, just kind of ease into it, not stress myself out too much, enjoy this coffee. I always have like a little mini dance break. Sometimes I'll call my sister and I'll just play some hype music, and she'll just dance with me, and we'll get hype, and I'll be like, okay. Sometimes it just feels good to like move your body, because then your brain gets a little distracted, and then you realize, okay, like your heart rate's elevated and stuff. So I don't know, it just makes me feel better, and it puts a smile on my face, and I feel like I always do better in anything when I'm happy. So I will actually kind of wrap up everything after this, but again, I'm going to be making a whole separate video just wrapping up the semester, and then like I mentioned on my Instagram, I will do a sort of Q&A style video, and hopefully I'll be able to get some of my classmates in on it, and so that'll probably be filmed next week. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to think about doing for you guys that I've been sort of slacking on because of finals, and I think having this break will give me the opportunity to sort of catch up on all of that. So I'm very excited to see what else we can do, but I need to get going on this review, so I will catch up with y'all when I am finito. So this is like, what, the third or fourth time that I've come to the camera, and I have just not done what I said I was going to do. So now that that's out of the way, I'm sorry. I wish that I was able to be super structured and consistent while I was vlogging throughout finals, but honestly, that is more reflective of how I was feeling and what my life was like during that time period. That is much more representative of what my life is like. The fact that I would start, you know, thinking that my day was going to go a certain way, and then it ends up going a totally different way. And like I say in almost every single video, one day at a time here, all right? One day at a time, one moment at a time. And we can't always predict, we can't always keep ourselves to a structure, because life doesn't work that way. As I was editing those past clips, I was realizing that I had not finished vlogging, and I was going to take you all with me after. So my last final was Friday, and that was the contracts exam that you just saw in the previous clip, and I was going to take you all with me. I was going to continue vlogging throughout the weekend, because Friday night I went and got my nails done, and then Saturday I got my hair done, and I was just doing some more like fun things, you know, hanging out with my classmates and stuff. So I was going to just bring y'all along with me so that you could see, like, so that the video could end in a more, you know, with more fun, relaxed, chill vibes, as opposed to how it ended up, and instead of it being super stressful and like me just stressing out about exams and whatnot. So I got my nails done. As you can see in the previous clips I was going through, I kept showing you all my tragic nails because they were literally falling off day by day. I was like losing one nail at a time. So my classmate and I just decided we were gonna go to the nail salon like right after that final exam and just go treat ourselves to getting our nails done because we deserve it, all right? We deserve to treat ourselves. So we went and did that, and then the next day I went and got my hair done. So y'all probably can't tell, but maybe you can a little bit. My hair was black. Okay, no, I won't say black. It was just so dark brown that most of the time it looked black. And I just wanted a little change. I was originally gonna go a lot lighter than this, but the hairstylist was like, maybe let's just do this first, and then you can always go lighter if you really want to, because this is just, I was like, honestly, I trust you, you know, do what you gotta do. This is ideally what I want, but if you think I would look better with something else, then do what you gotta do, girl. I trust you. So she gave me she just made me more of like an actual brown, as opposed to the like brown almost black color that I was before. And then she added some body yaddy to my hair and gave me a trim. So that day was so nice. I mean, I was in the salon from 11 a.m. to like 5 p.m. that day, so I was like, whoa, this is a whole project. However, it was really nice just to be like, just have somebody wash my hair, okay? Have somebody do my hair. I was able to read a book, like a book for leisure, not a textbook, a book for leisure. I was able to read, I was able to just chat, you know, just not even have to think about anything. And that was an amazing day because I felt pretty afterward. Which sounds so bad, but it's like, for the longest time, you guys, I really have not felt cute. And I'm not trying to say that outward looks are so important, like the way you feel should only be determined based on how you look on the outside. That is not at all what I'm trying to say. But I also still have a philosophy that when you look good, you do feel good, because there's something psychological about the fact that when you can, you know like, yeah, my hair is done, my eyebrows are done, my nails are done, like, you feel like a bad insert here. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Fellas too, you know that when you get your cut, you know that when, you know, your beard is looking right, or, you know, whatever it is that you like to do with your face, y'all. And I know some of y'all get your eyebrows done too, so don't cap. You feel good. You go out, you walk about the world differently. So it's not that big of a deal now with, you know, the pandemic, and you're not really going outside anyways. So it's not that big of a deal. You can kind of just let it be. But I was really starting to like realize, like, even just walking around my house and being literally sheltered for the whole month while I was studying, like, I was like, my hair looks a hot mess. I mean, listen, you go to those previous clips, just for a second, just pause, rewind, okay? Maybe what, like 6 minutes from this point, rewind and look at how I was looking before, okay? I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna give you a second to rewind. Okay, now come back here. And I'm not trying to say I'm hot, I'm the hot stuff, all right? I'm not all that in a bag of chips, but you cannot tell me that I don't look better than how I was looking in those previous clips, okay? I was looking like a freaking sweet potato, but I'm growing like sprouts. That's what I felt like I looked like, and that's how I felt on the inside. So doing this, like getting my nails done, getting my hair done, you know, just wearing makeup a little bit more now, makes me feel better. If you're ever feeling down and you want to try something new, try just treating yourself to something, your nails, eyebrows, get your lashes done, whatever. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So that being said, again, this is really just to end the vlog on a positive note, to let you all know that I did, you know, take care of myself after exams. I was super happy to be done. I mean, that was probably actually the hardest exam, and I'm gonna go into a little bit more depth about exam structure, finals. I'll do that video later, but I just wanted to end this video on a positive note to let you all know that I finished and I'm happy, and at the end of the day, it does not matter to me so much about whether I get an A, B, or a C. I'm just proud of the fact that I am still here, I haven't dropped out, still here, still standing, and I'm excited to, I'm just so like happy with now knowing that I have a semester under my belt, and just like knowing how different my approach is going to be next semester, and I'll also include that in a later video as well, just to kind of tell you guys about the differences that I want to implement in my studying habits and my learning habits for next semester. Now I'm going to be applying for jobs, so stay tuned for videos about the job search process for summer of 2021. I will talk to you guys about how I'm preparing for, how I'm doing my resume, my cover letters, all that stuff. Very, very similar to how I did that when I kind of recapped and summarized the application process to get into law school. Stay tuned for a Q&A video with some of my classmates, hopefully, where we kind of just answer any of your questions that you guys have about law school, life, adulthood, whatever it is that you want to ask us about. Hopefully we can answer those for you, and then just a recap video overall of the first semester, and I guess maybe just like a general life update of where I'm at and where I feel like I'm headed going into the new year. I'm also going on a trip this month. In a week I will be going to Ethiopia, and I'm gonna ask on my Instagram whether or not y'all want to see clips or have me vlog about my trip in Ethiopia, because that's just another way for y'all to learn a little bit more about me, as I am Ethiopian. So I'm actually fully Ethiopian, but I was born in America, and I just felt like it'd be cool for y'all to learn a little bit more, see where my mom's from and see where I came from. So I'm definitely, regardless, I'm going to be filming it while I'm there. It's just a matter of whether or not y'all want to see it on my page, just to kind of mix things up a little bit and see some other content. If you want to go ahead and comment down below here on my video, then let me know if you guys want to see, either just a few clips, or you really want me to vlog like fully while I'm in Ethiopia. Other than that, you guys, thank you for sticking with me this semester. Thank you for being here for me. Your words of encouragement literally got me through every single day that I wanted to just throw in the towel, every single day that I was just second guessing myself whether or not I was even really cut out for this whole experience. And because of your support and encouragement, I am able to sit here and say that I'm on the other side of it, and I'm very, very happy, and I just hope that my videos can help encourage somebody else that's also in this process or about to go through this process, to let you guys know that there is an end, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and it will be okay. You just have to thug it out a little bit. I think the reward will be worth it. I think. Again, I don't know. I'll get my grades back in January. That will be the real determiner. But right now, nothing can beat this feeling that I'm having right at this moment. So that's what I'm gonna focus on. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you if you like it, if you really did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm just showing you the realness of my life. Okay, I'm not even gonna try and embellish and like make fake clips to make you guys think that I vlogged. Like, that was really me. If you want to see vlogs, please comment down below. If you want to see more videos and you're interested in how I'm searching for summer internships, comment down below. Anything else that you want to see as we head into the new year, comment down below, because I want to really make sure I can plan out a little bit better before I head into the next semester, and I can be ready for you guys with some more videos that are, hopefully that can be pre-planned. As always, please subscribe and check my Instagram out. We are growing by the day. Connect with me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, whatever. Email me if you have any questions. You guys should know by now that I'm always available to talk. I'm always willing to give out advice or just to, chit chat, whatever. Hit me up. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great day.